We're back, big wigs. Welcome on back to one of your top shows. I feel like it's in at least the top 5.
It will be. If it's not already, it will be.
It will be. And you know, Anna and I were hanging last night, and we got our mojo back, you know?
I think so. It was inspiring because to see where podcasters can go, you know, after years of working their asses off is impressive.
It's impressive, and there's just so much to be done in this space still, which is actually shocking. But we were celebrating with Hannah yesterday, and so we're inspired to bring big wigs to new heights. You know,
I think so.
New studio. We've got our YouTube up. One thing that we told each other is that we just have to be. I know you guys we're beating a dead horse here, but we got to get more social clips because we have so much in the archives.
We have so much. If you watch any episode, you could cut 10 videos from it.
And you know, it's but who has the goddamn time? We need a full-ass team.
I know.
But we're going to get it together. So
I've been in a negative mood because I just drove around for literally 40 minutes trying to find parking in Bushwick. Yeah. And I hate it. I hate it. And that's where I'm at. So if I sound like a man or I'm going to kill myself, I might.
I suggested we start in voices because that's always what turns my day around for the better.
I can't get into a voice.
Because we do have, I love when there's a week where so many of our impressions, things happen for them.
I know.
It's been a very busy week for our worlds.
It really has. What happened with your impressions?
My impressions, first and foremost, Teresa Giudice, the Photoshop fail that was heard around the world.
Another one?
It was the same one, but I don't think we got to fully express it because she just went on Kelly and Mark. And
I didn't even see this.
This was this new clip. I got a couple clips people sent to me, and it was just, the clips from the show. And she was just talking, which, by the way, her new hair is I've got to get a wig for this. It's her original, it's her real hair. It's very curly. And we've talked about this last week. So
yeah,
it's just funny because she's really doing the look, the curls. So yeah, she was just talking about her Photoshop fail, and Kelly and Mark was like, we love this. They put her all over the place. They put her on the set of Kelly and Mark. And then the funniest thing is she compared Louis to Mark Consuelos. She was like, you know what's crazy? Is Louis looks just like Mark. And
wow.
Then they brought Louis out to stand next to Mark. You guys, they're just both Hispanic, okay? I wouldn't say that they necessarily have a lot of similarities, but they both have tan skins, brunette hair. They're both Latino.
Mark was literally like, I'm a fucking model. What are you doing to me right now?
And I think Louis felt a little off. It was he felt weird, standing next to Mark because Mark is a heartthrob, long-standing heartthrob. And not that Louis isn't, but you guys know what I mean. It's just it's always funny when people are like, you know who you look like? And you don't agree with it.
That's a slippery slope to go down when you tell someone you know who you look like.
Right?
Or it's better to be like, do you ever get a celebrity lookalike?
Oh my God,
ask
yes.
that.
Yes.
Because then you can answer who you get.
So true.
But if you say it, or who would play you in a movie? I've been on a podcast before where I said to someone, we were talking about who would play you in a movie, and I said someone that they hate, and it went the wrong way.
Can I ask who it was?
No. Okay. Actually, no. It went the wrong way, and I'll never forget that moment. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I will never do this again to anyone.
Yes.
It's
and that's you because you don't want to offend them.
Yeah.
I always go over the top. I'll do the person that I think they look most like, who is an absolute, bombshell. I see qualities of them.
They could be a bombshell, but they could have a shit personality, and they know them personally and be like, how fucking dare you? And I was like,
you're like, I'm talking about your physical appearance. I'm not talking about your personality. But people get testy about it.
Do you get anyone?
The nicest one I get, the nicest, and I'm saying this because I don't think I could even closely look like her, but Shay Mitchell, which we've talked about before.
Oh yeah.
But that's if I'm completely done up. And we met a couple people last night, and they were all so amazing. This was just a meeting of the minds last night. But Shannon Ford was like, "Oh, you kind of look like Shay Mitchell." And I was like, "Stop, please!" I
That's
wish.
Nice.
That is the nicest of nicest. Who would you say is your favorite that you get?
Lately, I get a lot of Millie Bobby Brown.
Which I love. First of all,
she's young.
They're
young.
The old. You're like, okay, her older sister maybe.
It's still, I'm like.
But I'll take it. I totally see that.
It's very funny. I've done an impression of her once when Stranger Things came. I did it twice maybe when Stranger Things was out. Because she's so funny. And I could have done more of them, but I haven't. But it's funny when people are like, you look like this person. Like even in like, I'll be doing like a video, like Hilaria video, and people write in the comments like, you look like Millie Bobby Brown.
You're like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The comment section is real.
It's funny. Once I got told you look like Hilaria Baldwin, and they didn't know I did an impression of her. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks. You know, like.
Thank you so much. Oh, that one, you with the bangs though, you immediately, when I watch you on stage, it's Hilaria Baldwin.
She doesn't have them anymore. I think she grew them out.
She grew the bangs out. I mean, these things happen very fast.
You know, you get bangs, you get over it. You know, she must have had a rough day. I get it. I've done bangs then never cut them again. Like I'll cut bangs. I've done it like twice in my life.
Yeah.
And then never like, you know how people like trim and maintain them and whatever. I've never done that. I cut them and I'm like, and that was it. Now they have to grow out.
And I love that journey and that phase for us, but we're no longer touching upon that. So I'm working on a Teresa video where I'm going to splice her in front of all these different areas, but that's my recap of my impression. You have really big news coming out in your impression worlds.
I have a video I have to do today because I bought a prop that could make me sick if I don't do it today. Hence, because it's seafood.
Oh, Jesus.
But I don't know if you saw this past week in the Hamptons, there was a big party in the Hamptons. I'm not talking about the Michael Rubin, I think his name is.
Yeah, the Rubin white party.
The white party. I'm not talking about that party. There was another party, and we all saw the photos of Bethenny meeting up with Luann at the party.
Yes.
And like going over and like saying hi and like congrats on your cabaret. And, you know, they took a photo together. It was like on social media. Luann was nice. You know, Bethenny's daughter was there. Like, what is she? They're not going to like fight in front of her cute daughter. Like,
right.
So
it was like a really cute reunion. And the fact that they took a picture, like they made it look like everything was fine. Hunky dory.
Yeah, kind of felt like, oh, it's nice these women can like put shit in the past and whatever. And then, so the photo was up, right?
Yeah.
And then we hear from multiple sides of Bethenny's side and Luann's side that they were not, that this was fake. Like Luann went on Dorinda's show.
Yes.
And was like, she's using me for clout, that bitch. Like she.
Can you believe that she put her daughter over towards me?
Yeah, like using her daughter as like, you know, a bridge between us or whatever. And then Bethenny made a whole TikTok about like what it's like to be a housewife and how you like fake it at these places. And like someone told her to go over to say hi to Luann and congratulate her because it would make her feel good or something. Like she needed that. It's just so funny that the two of them just wanted to talk shit. Like
I know.
They saw each other. They could have just taken the photo. I mean, like, I bet people stir it up and like
totally.
You know, all those like, you know, Us Weeklies and People and everything. They want those fucking like headlines. So it's almost like, well, if we cause a little bit of drama, like this will blow up a little bit more. I don't know.
Completely. I think they just like to be, they want to be seen. So you go to these parties and they're like, how are we going to make this a bigger thing?
Right.
Let's start some drama. But is the drama even real? I wonder if they meet beforehand and they like plan it all out. Like, is this calculated?
I don't know. Oh, the other thing that I didn't say is, so they took the photo and then Bethenny told her assistant to post it. And she said, I can't, you're blocked by Luann. Did you hear this?
To tag this. Oh my God.
Yeah, she said, I can't, you're blocked. And Bethenny's like, well, unblock her. And she's like, no, like, we're blocked. And then, so there was an issue there where, so then she said to Luann, like, can you unblock me or something? There was some like unblocking situation.
Totally.
Which is just hilarious to me. That like, you know, these are things we do in like middle school. I kind of love it because it kind of feels like if they had just taken a photo and they're like, what's in the past is in the past. And I feel like for the most part, it is all in the past. But like there is a little bit, like once a housewife, always a housewife. Like there is a little bit of like just like toxicity in the brain that's like, you know, fuck this person. Like something will come up that will ruin the moment in a way. I don't know. It's so funny.
Those women are both doing really big things right now. Luann is on tour, the cabaret tour.
She's Bethenny's music festival. She's fucking everywhere.
Literally. Bethany's doing her thing, TikTok, making appearances, books, podcasts. It's like, can't we just have two powerful women come together and just take a damn photo?
Yeah.
But they of course, it's reality TV. They have to start drums.
It's so funny. Also, did you see the picture of Sonia? Speaking of our women, Sonia was having lunch with her interns.
To
celebrate
the selling of her house. Now,
she has like 6 interns.
Do you know the story of like Sonia and all her interns? There's really not a story. It's just the fact that she always has a running influx of what are they,
is she
interns?
paying them?
No. Because they're just fresh out of college, and people think
illegal now.
But people think it's wrong that she doesn't pay them. She's like, but they're learning life lessons. I mean, I'm teaching them how to run a business. And in every single episode that's featuring Sonia in her townhouse, the interns are running around the townhouse, like folding her hand towels that are monogrammed. She's teaching them how to iron. I mean, I don't know what
She's
life.
basically teaching them how to clean a house.
Basically, they're running around doing her like whatever she needs. And there used to be an Instagram that was Sonia's intern. Like somebody made an Instagram.
I love that. Yeah.
And it was iconic. And I actually looked into doing an internship and like reaching out to her and being like, I'll be an intern. But my favorite thing is to be an intern because I'm like, there's so much to grow here. I've interned probably, I don't know, 10 different businesses.
Really?
Thinking that I was going to that would go into something.
I interned in 2 or 3 and they were like the worst. I was like, goodbye.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the lowest of lowest levels.
Yeah.
But for me, that was always like, this is how I'm going to get in. I'll get my foot in the door. And they're 10, I'm not talking about humongous mass media companies. I'm talking about a person that I aspired to follow their footsteps. Like all of my mentors, I would just call it an internship.
Wow.
No college credit.
Oh.
It was like under the table, like I'm just learning from you.
I worked in casting junior year of college in the summer and I got credit for that. But that was really hard. I learned stuff that it was good for me as an actor, but not as a casting person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I
Honestly,
learned
take those skills, whatever you learn from it.
Yeah, I learned like gossip. I was like, oh shit. Like, it doesn't matter if you're talented or not. Yeah. It's like, is your agent like cool? Do they like to email with them and talk to them? Because there were some agents that they were like, I don't even want to see any of their clients because I don't want to deal with this fucking agent. And I was like, oh, cool. Even though this person has like 2 Emmy awards and they're like perfect for the role we're casting. And they were like, I don't care. I don't want to deal with their people. And I was like,
you really got the inside scoop on that.
I did. And I was so young. Mike's back. Come on in, Mike. I want to kill myself today. I've said it 3 times on the podcast. I'm not actually, you guys. And I know suicide is nothing to fuck with, but it's been a day.
It's been one of those days. This is an authentic podcast, okay? And don't forget it. I feel like either one of us, it's sometimes we don't really connect on like the days we're having good days. Like one of us is having an off day.
That's usually kind of true, to be honest.
But that's a real
I was
relationship.
having a good day until I had to drive around for 35 minutes trying to find a parking spot.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know. But
it's those fucking trucks.
I know.
Listen, we're in Bushwick. We're in the lands of the factories and the manufacturers.
I will say everybody looks great today, though.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I didn't even get to wash my hair.
Wait, I'm dying. We are literally in a 3-way marriage couple here. Everyone looks great today. Shut up, Mike. Like literally shut up.
I'm like, thanks, Mike.
We looked good last night at Hannah Berner's Netflix launch party.
Yes, that was fun. It was like a who's who of comedy and influencing and podcasting. It was like a real star-studded,
My head was on a motherfucking swivel.
I wanted to kill Dre at the end, though, because I wanted to leave. And she was like, yeah, let's go. And I was like, I got to go. I got to get out of here. And then she decided to take a shot and stay. And I was like, that's where I'm 20 years older. Because I was like, I'm out.
That's what a story that checks out to me. That sounds exactly right.
It was presented to me in this gorgeous little fake crystal shot glass with the lime slice perfectly on top.
So if it was in like a
red Solo plastic cup, I would have passed. I would have been, what is that washed up spit cup that you're handing me? Okay, but this looked beautiful, like a baccarat crystal. The presentation is all it takes, guys. And I actually knew these girls randomly. Like I went to college with one of them, and then the other girl we had a mutual friends with. So it was kind of, I don't know, I thought it was meant to be. But when you stay longer than you should have, I should have left with you.
Really?
I mean, I did get some inspiration.
I can't imagine there was that much more after.
There really wasn't. I mean, actually, I looked to my right, and actually, we mutually know this guy. He's in the Bravo world, but he was totally asleep on the couch.
Oh my God.
Like fully asleep. And
wait, may I ask? There was a college friend of yours at Hannah's party?
We both went to Syracuse, and she came up to me, and she was in.
Is she in the business?
My best friend's sorority. She works in social media. She's Billie Eilish's on her social team.
Interesting. Okay. I was just curious. Just asking questions.
What are you asking questions about, Mike?
I ran into a college friend last night too.
Did you know she was going to be like, was it a random?
He's a comedian who I've known, and I was like, how do I know him? How do I know him? And then I was literally like, did you go to BU? Did we graduate the same year? He was like, who are your roommates? And I was like, sophomore year, this person, junior. He's like, yeah, duh. And I was
According
like,
to the list.
he's like, I used to hang out with that girl all the time. And I was like, I know. And then I've known him, like, maybe I've seen him at the stand a couple times, but like, whatever. It was very funny to like finally make the connection. And then we like followed each other on Instagram. And I was like, there we go. That's how you make a friend.
There you go.
Absolutely.
It was fun. Hannah Berner, she brought out everyone. It was like a really good mix of people.
Well, not everyone.
Her
We are
specials
confused
out.
why Mike wasn't invited. To
Why
be honest.
wasn't Mike there?
I don't know why I wasn't invited. I
Mike
said
runs in
something
these
to-
circles. Mike is in this circle.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
Mike.
I only did all the imaging for Hannah's first podcast, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I feel like in those situations,
You don't have to apologize. Did you handle the
people get
invitations,
forgotten.
Anna?
What?
I said, did you handle the invitations? I don't see why you're
did not.
apologizing.
No, but I'm saying in those
I only
situations, I think there were people forgotten.
I think I was one of them.
In one of those situations, especially in New York or LA, you just send out a mass text and there's always going to be those people. You're like, wait, how the hell did you not?
Literally
make
the
it
day of my
extended?
birthday, I was like, oh,
Right.
someone wished me
Yeah.
happy birthday in a text. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And now they're going to see that I am going out to a
Yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, want to come out tonight?
Yeah,
low
right.
key. I
Hey.
forgot. You know, it happens.
Totally.
I don't think it's
I know.
personal.
I'm just kidding around. I don't.
No, but it was a genuine question. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's big news for her. We're so proud of her, and it's inspiring. You know, it's always good to see your friends fucking taking over.
I don't mean to take it back, but one last impression news of the week. Julia Fox came out as a lesbian.
Big news.
Big news
the
for
pod.
Mike. Apparently, he thought he was going to get with her, and now
I
guess
didn't even-
what?
Thought I had a shot.
I don't think you did because she said
First
she
of
was
all-
celibate
first of
for
all.
2 years. No offense, I didn't think she was going to like come back and be like, well, let's fuck.
She hasn't seen this jaw. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't seen
Jesus
this jaw.
Christ.
Mike shaved.
Literally, nobody is more confident than our producer, and I love that for us. You thought you were going to get with Kristen Cavallari. He sends me Kristen when she has a boyfriend now, and he's like, well, that's it with Kristen.
I
I
didn't
go,
think I was actually going to get with Kristen Cavallari or Julia Fox, but it's just, anytime
Well,
you
guess
see
what?
somebody
we can
off
get
the
with Julia
market,
Fox now.
you guys can, yeah.
you know what? But I don't think, so the TikTok, she admitted it in a TikTok. Explain, like,
Here's the
I
thing,
don't
you
think
know,
it was really,
It was a very iconic way to come out.
obviously.
But she stitched a TikTok that was like a girl being like, I love seeing lesbians with their boyfriends being like, ha 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 ha. Like, you don't even like that guy.
Yeah.
And then Julia was like, yeah, so that was like me with like all my ex-boyfriends. Sorry. She's like, sorry, boys, won't happen again.
So, Julia, I
That
don't
was
believe
it. She was also like walking. It wasn't a planned thing.
Yeah.
I think she just saw the TikTok and was like, I'm just going to stitch this. It's funny to me. And, I think a lot of people were like surprised, like, that this was like news almost, that she like made headlines with this because it was
Totally.
such a like casual, like, she was literally like walking to a Subway or something. Like she's like, ha ha, ha, sorry boys, won't happen again. And it was so brief that I feel like the media was so excited to snatch that up and be like, she's a full-blown lesbian. And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's from a TikTok, I don't think it was a full admission that she is completely joining.
she's probably like, whatever, I'm queer, I like women,
Yeah.
like, I don't care, like, do what you want with that. But because I don't think she even asked for these headlines. I really think
No,
she
not
was
at all.
just like living her normal TikTok life.
You totally. I totally agree.
But it was funny. Like, I
don't think
kind
it
of
was
want
an
her now to be like, so let me clarify my sex life for you guys.
I've been celibate, but I think she's just floats around the spectrum. She could go this way, she could go that way.
I mean, like,
Maybe she's asexual.
no, I think she's gay now because she like likes women, right?
Yeah, but I don't think the TikTok was an admission of her new sexuality. I feel like she's always been on the spectrum and she's always been attracted.
I love how she says on the spectrum. Wrong. What's the right word for it?
spectrum.
Because on the spectrum, to
you're
other
right. You're
people
so
think
right.
it's like the autism
That
spectrum.
would be the autism spectrum. That's correct. Yes.
I think you just mean like the like plane of sexuality. I don't even know what the right.
I thought
It's
it
all
was
fluid.
fluid. She's
Yeah.
like very
Her fluidity.
the fluidity of
Yeah.
like where who she's attracted to.
sexuality. I want to call it a line though. I'm really stuck on this, like the line of something. What is it? What's the synonym of spectrum for sexuality? I don't
Google
know.
that one.
I mean, you can call it a spectrum, but I think when you say the spectrum, I think people think typically.
I've
autism,
watched too
right?
much Love on the Spectrum on Netflix.
Right.
You know what's funny? Like, think about the last guy we've known her to date was Kanye West. Like, we would all become hardcore lesbians after dating
How
Kanye.
could you not?
Exactly.
Like,
I feel as though there needs to be a help group of all the women, like a support group of women that dated Kanye.
yeah.
Put Kimmy in there.
I mean, I think she really, I think Julia has found herself, and she seems very comfortable with herself.
Totally.
Whoever she's hooking up with, you know? Whoever
She's hooking up with. Yeah, I was gonna get right into another topic, but do we want to take a break or do we want to feel like we just like keep this going?
Let's take a quick break. All right, and we're back. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Trey, how was your July 4th?
Why are you saying it like that?
I didn't know what topic we were gonna do. We're
Oh,
off
right,
today.
right.
I'm off today, guys. How was July 4th?
July 4th was patriotic. It was Midwest. It was very fun. I was on Lake Geneva, which honestly is like actually people are calling it the Hamptons of the Midwest.
She stopped there, the Hamptons. I was like, are they?
Listen,
That's nice.
Listen, we got
There's no
this-
lake I know of in the Hamptons.
I know, right? Why do people call it that? It's just a very there's a lot of Chicago wealth that's out there. The houses are sprawling.
Nice.
It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous.
That's nice.
So yeah, I was hanging out in the Midwest. We had a wedding, and so then July 4th, we were just out in Lake Geneva, and then we went to the wedding thereafter.
Another wedding, another day, another wedding.
Another wedding, and now I just send you like all these Instagrams that are like, weddings are BS. We need to stop going to weddings, even though I love.
I
love,
said that
but
20 years ago.
You're right. It's a constant thing that I tell you.
I think it's still, to Anna and I'm going to speak for you here for a second, Anna.
Okay.
I do wonder sometimes why you say yes to every wedding, Dre. Why don't you ever say no?
I don't love it, but I say no.
You're right. There were two that I did say no to, or maybe even one, but it's got to, there probably should be more no's than yeses at this point while I'm trying to, I don't know, get this career off the ground here. Yeah.
You are beloved, obviously. Everybody
no, but
wants you at the wedding.
Here's the thing though, I'm a +1. A lot of the weddings this year, I was a +1. So
Sure.
like in no way
See,
was
that's
this.
easier to say no. I
Completely.
I haven't been to a wedding of
never be a
Jared's
+1.
friends. Yeah,
Completely.
I'm like,
Yeah.
can you just go on your own? I don't have time to leave town.
Here's the thing, I love being a +1. I love cocktail hour. I meet so many cool people, you know? Like I just have a great ass time. I never want to leave the party.
That's
And then-
where we differ. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm okay not being.
See, I never want to get to the party because I'm so comfortable, like whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, now I have to get ready. I have to spend 2 hours putting on my face, and then when I'm there, I'm there.
That's nice. When
Just
I'm there, I'm ready to go home.
Same.
It's for you, like the pre is great, and then
Yeah, I love getting dressed up, and then I'm
Yes.
there, and I'm like, I
let's
didn't
take
need to do
pictures,
this.
and then let's get the fuck out, you know? But when the food is good and the people are good, it's, I have a fun time. But then, you look back and you're like, I probably shouldn't have said, but couldn't have, shouldn't have. So my July 4th was very family oriented, very sweet, very cute, very fun.
Nice.
You were in the actual Hamptones.
I was in the Hamptones.
the Hamptones.
I was in the Hamptons for like almost a week. It was great. Honestly, this
Phenomenal.
trip made me like love the Hamptons, which I can't believe I'm saying. Like I want to like
You didn't
shoot
like them
myself in the face with like a pellet right now.
You didn't
for
like them
saying-
before?
No, it's just such a scene. But I don't
course.
do any of the scene. You know what I mean? Like I don't really. We didn't go out to dinner once. We cooked every night. Like
That rocks.
And we just kind of like hung out at the house and like. Yeah, it was so nice and relaxing. Like I really didn't even like post anything. I like kind of zoned out of my phone for a while.
You need to.
It was good. And like I was with really nice friends and we just like we laughed so hard. I mean like we played these board games and we like watched movies and we just like hung out. It was really nice. It was like camp for the week and it was very chill. Then I see like people who were in the Hamptons the same time as me and I'm like they're waiting in lines for like these fucking bars and clubs and another club and I'm like no thank you. I never even wanted to do that when I was like 22 though. I hate it. I was like I don't want to do that. That's not me.
Once you get into the club and if you're still standing around, what's the point? Wouldn't you rather just be in the backyard by a pool sipping on some spritzes? Like,
Right?
hello. I completely see your point there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was fun. We had a great time. I'm like sad it's over. It was like sad to leave. They're like just stay longer. We stayed till Monday like afternoon, like midday. I was like I can't. We left Monday morning, but the drive was long.
Of course. But that's when you know it was a good trip, when they like are extending it and they go, just one more day. And you're like, what the fuck do I have to do? Even though you have a full ass list of things to do.
That's the intoxicating thing about summer.
I know.
You're just kind of like,
you're like, yeah, let's just extend it.
It almost feels like it's like you get through like 2.5 days of the week of like getting some stuff done.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's just like Hampton's beach, laying by the pool, hanging out. It's
Yeah.
so hard to be like, let me get back to work on Monday and get through the week.
It's really
I don't know how
hard.
people do it.
It's very hard. And like this morning, like my friend, I had a check for him from my show, and it wasn't like I wrote the check, so I could like just like, I didn't write this. It was from a company that was like, and we forgot to give it to him that night. And I was so, when you just like need to get, like it's on the counter and Jared's like, are you holding this person hostage? Like get this fucking check away.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I'm leaving town until like August 3rd. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm away August 1st through 10th. And then he's like, and then I leave on the 15th. And I was like, I'll never see you until September.
Yep.
I don't know if this check will expire in 90 days because it's from a company, and some do. So I was like, so this morning I like drove it over to him and I was like, here you go.
People are leaving for months on end. That's wild to me.
I know. I love doing that. I like one day I'm like, I can't, I usually hate New York City in the summer. I can't wait to be able to like leave, I was thrilled to be gone for July 4th. I've spent I told you last week, too many July 4ths here. Yeah. It's
Did you have a drunk shenanigan night where, because we recapped last week, you had 2 drunk nights?
No, honestly, I barely drank this week.
That's good. Little detox.
I did go to like a fun, like we went to this tasting one night. My friend Danielle had this really cool event for her whiskey brand, and it was like with Wolfer Estates, like the winery, and it was like on a winery. It was so beautiful, and it was like whiskey and wine tasting, and they did a partnership, like they did a bottle of whiskey that like they did with the winery, so that was really cool. And there was this huge charcuterie of like, not charcuterie, like a huge crudité of vegetables that were all from the farm at the winery. So that was really cool. It was like very, like literally like plucked from, they like had all these pickled vegetables and stuff. It was all veg, and it was fun. So my friends and I, there were like 6, I was like, can I bring like 6 friends? Because there were like 30 of us there the first day.
Oh yeah, that's what you said.
So we all went to the winery. It was a nice night. That was like our fun night out. I mean, we went to town during the days and like shopped a little bit, but other than
for the
that,
most part, you have a love of the Hamptons now.
I love Los Hamptones.
The fact that I've never been to the Hamptons is
I filmed a Hilaria. I have to edit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've never been?
Perfect fit.
I've never been to the Hamptons.
Any of the areas?
None of them.
Oh my God.
Like, it's actually painful to me.
It's funny now that I know some of the like area. I've been to the different areas, and there are definitely places I'm like, I'm okay not going here. I went to what's it called for the first time. Like I never really go to Amagansett, and we like went to town one morning, and that was cute. It was a really cute town. I didn't really know it before, but it's kind of near East Hampton, which is where we were, and so
I've seen a couple people post about it. I think there's like one called like Amagansett Square. Is that part of it?
Probably.
I've seen the location tag. I've been doing my research, guys. If I could just get the damn invite,
It's nice.
What if I just go down there and I just like,
There's
I don't know.
hotels. Go and stay at a hotel.
But it's better to know somebody, right?
It's way better. Yeah. I mean,
just to like go to somebody's house.
yeah. If you're staying at a hotel, you ain't shit.
Am I getting Marriott Bonvoy points? I'm like, you know what?
No, it's not like that. They're like nice, like the Gurneys. There's like sexy hotels that like people go to out there. You know what I mean? They're like,
of course.
They're like cute, like bed and breakfast kind of like,
yes,
like chic places.
I guess
They're
that's
not
kind of nice.
What?
I said, I guess that's kind of nice.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It's not like you go and get like, a Holiday Inn.
A cheap motel for the night. Which I'll
you
sleep in my
imagine?
car at this point.
The Holiday Inn at the Hamptons.
I'm like, it'll still be $700 a night.
Yeah,
Stay
right.
luck.
Exactly.
It is so expensive, like just everything there, because shit's like I went to Soul Cycle. Soul Cycle's $55 a class there, where it's $40 here.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
Always.
it's inflation here.
It's crazy.
What's a normal class? $25?
Soul Cycle?
Yeah.
No, not in 20 years. It's 40.
Not in 20.
No, because it used to be
The
30.
fact that we can say not
It
in
was
20
like
years is disgusting to me.
30, 35. Now it's $40 a class. And the thing is you can't use that class in any other city because it's like 38 in LA. And so you can't use your $40 class in a $38 like zone.
Wow, they really just like took advantage of that.
It's really wild. But yeah, I did Soul Cycle in the barn in Southampton. That was hot as hell. It was so hot.
It's supposed to be kind of like a hot yoga class, but it's
I
Soul
think
Cycle.
it was just too hot.
They're like, no, it's just in a barn. So
The barn. Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of a rustic vibe. It's like meant to be in a barn.
It's Soul Cycle, but it's built in a barn.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like Luann has frequented that a couple of times.
J-Lo is out in East Hampton too, just celebrity
With or
sighting.
without Ben?
I think without. Look at her Instagram. She did a whole photo shoot. And then like my mom's best friend saw her, and I'm seeing her tomorrow night. I'm sure she'll tell me how J-Lo really looked in real life.
Actually, well, no, I've seen the unedited. Well, what I think is unedited. She's still, I mean, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I think she
Yeah.
just gets better with age.
Yeah.
She really does.
You know? She's got good work. I want her work.
She's got that like melanin Puerto Rican skin. Like it really is, it's taut.
But still, she's had that snatched tight.
Do you think it has been snatched?
1000% in the best of ways? Like she looks great.
Phenomenal.
But I'm curious in person, like, does she look different? You know what I mean? Because like
I said, I have zero radar for that.
Yeah.
I'm always like, she looks so good, and I can't tell I can tell a nose job, but I can't tell anything else. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to tell this in our next segment.
Okay.
The sighting that I saw last night that was very big for me.
oh, okay.
Totally forgot about that. So
All right, we're
we'll
gonna
come
take
back
a break
with
and we'll be back. And we're back. I took a nap.
Did you
since
feel
our
better?
break. No, I hate naps. I told Mike, I'm like, maybe I'm getting sick. I have like sick face. Because do you ever get that where you're like, I look tired, so it must be sick face?
I just start feeling it all in the chest, throat area, and then my head starts to feel it for sure.
For me, I'm like tired for 3 days. And then I'm like, why have I been so tired? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. And then the throat or whatever. Not to jinx, not to get everyone nervous here, because I know a lot of fucking
Yeah.
people with COVID right now.
It's going around again.
There's a new strain going around.
Yeah.
Not to freak us out, but be on the lookout. I also just read online about mosquitoes that are giving dengue virus or whatever in New Jersey, and I was like, that's pretty
Dang.
fucking close.
Did you also see Black Plague in Colorado?
No, literally, everybody
Someone had the Black
stop.
Plague.
Stop.
I'm serious.
I'm not even entertaining this
Gotta
conversation.
go hide under a rock,
Yeah.
guys.
What is it? The hypochondriac podcast? No, but that's not cool.
No, but you know what is cool?
The dang virus.
You know what is cool? I'm gonna transition us from dengue virus, COVID to Hollywood.
The smoothest transition in Hollywood right here, folks, by
You know
Anna
what's
Roisman.
cool? You know what's cool? Dre and I both got to do bit roles in a movie, and today on Deadline they announced the film, like who's top lining, who's like the stars of the movie, and
Quite the lineup.
it's really cool. Yeah, it's Jill Kargman's movie. She co-wrote it with Carol Hartzell, and I don't want to fuck up. There's one other writer. And it's called Miracle on 74th Street. Iconic title. Gives me very
Iconic.
Jewish New York vibes.
Very, yeah.
Also Catholic vibes because Miracle on 84th Street. And up
34th Street?
34th Street?
And Miracle on 34th Street.
I was like, what was that one?
No, leave it to me to not be able to reference it. 3, 8, it's the same number.
Wait.
That's why I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, Upper East Side, New York, Jewish.
Yeah.
And then it reminded me of the movie Christmas. And it was just like, it was all full circle.
Stop.
It was not that I can remember the Miracle on 34th Street name. That's me.
Miracle on 84th Street.
So that's the vibe of the movie. It's like Upper East Side Jewish, or is it just?
It's a movie about an influencer. Hold
Okay.
on. I wanted to find because I don't want to
Get the writer's name. It's a movie about a influencer who lives on the Upper East Side with a bunch of like Ozempic friends, and they're all going to these hit workout classes. And through a situation, there's something that like a friendship buds from
Sean
it,
Crespo.
and it's like about like putting out good, and it comes back to you.
It's written by Jill Kargman, Carol Hartzell, and Sean Crespo. Those are two like funny comedian writers. It's about a renowned influencer. She navigates fake friends among the black card swiping, Ozempic sharding, workout addicted Upper East Siders. That's the line. She's trying to get to 1 million followers. Sounds like Ilaria.
I would love if all of you could follow my wife.
Isn't that
She's
so?
just shy of 1 million followers.
I want to see what she's at today, honestly. I don't know if you guys remember that. Andrea's referring to the Alec Baldwin video. Wait, guess what? She's only at 987K. So she went down like 13K.
That's tough.
Not good.
Someone messaged me today. I didn't mean to bring this up, but someone messaged me today. They're like, "Are you following the case? Like, he went to court today, and she went too with one of the babies." And I was like,
She brought one of the babies to court.
to his murder trial. Yeah, it's kind of
Excuse me, manslaughter.
man. I'm sorry, but like, still, that was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I wasn't following. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not that.
Not fully on it.
No.
They're not showing it live. It's not one of those cases.
I don't think so.
Closed.
No, yeah.
There
I
would
don't
be
think
much
so
more
either.
press about it if it was.
Because it's also like the second time like this has been tried. You know. Wild.
wild though. No, we're not following it.
So
We're not
anyway,
following it.
back to our film. Yeah, we both got to do bit roles, and then we went to the wrap party like a week ago, which was so fun.
It was really fun. The movie has really big names, so the rap party had some pretty cool people.
Drew
And it was
Barrymore's
fun.
in it.
Jenny Mullen,
There's a lot.
Gwyneth Paltrow,
I love how there's a lot of big.
Wow.
Jason Biggs.
That's a hell of a cast.
It's a hell of a cast.
And you guys.
Huge cast. David
us.
Krumholtz,
Wow.
Christine Taylor.
Christine Taylor, that one's the awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
There's a lot of it. Eugene Cordero. There's a lot of funny people attached to the film. And Jill is so funny. If anyone watched Odd Mom Out, I'm excited. I had a very funny experience because I had a really early call time, and I get there, and I was in a very short, small scene, and I get all made up and wardrobe, whatever, and they were like, "Do you mind if we bump your scene? We actually have to get Drew Barrymore like in and out." And I was like,
Oh yeah.
"How dare you? How dare you make me work later this afternoon because Drew Barrymore has to work?" It was such a fun. I'm like, what? They're like asking me as if I had the option to say no. I'm like, no, of course not. And then I was like, "Can I watch?" I'm like, all done. And they were like, "Yeah, come up, come watch." And it was so fun to watch her work. Like, just to watch her, like, improv with Jill. They were so fucking funny together. I mean, they're also, like, family, but it was so fun to, like... And she gave a whole speech on set for everyone, which was, like,
did? Oh, wait.
so nice.
What did she say?
She just was like, "I'm just so proud to be a part of this. Like, Jill is family, and I know she brings together, like, the best group of people. And, like, I'm just so honored to, like, be able to to put my name on something like this. And, like, it's just, take care of your friends and family." And it was so nice.
That's
People were, like,
awesome.
tearing up. I was like, she didn't have to do that because she's,
know.
like, probably the most famous person there. And it's, she's done this since she's a kid. And it was just such a fun, like, moment to see. I was like...
The two of them coming together, and I actually didn't know this, but tell everybody the relationship that they have. Like, what's the actual
they're
family?
Jill's brother was married to Drew, and they have two kids together. They're no longer married, but they both co-parent their kids. So they were like,
course.
so I guess they've like been,
The best co-parent I could ever imagine would be Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
To just have as a co-parent, I feel like she's just so nice and open.
She's so
and
nice and like such good vibes. I got to meet her too, and like she was sitting in the makeup chair, and like our friend introduced it, and she like held my hand for a second. I was like, "It is so great to meet you." And she's like, "Oh my God, same." Like she was just, she is that.
Yeah.
She
all the
and
time.
I really feel like she found her lane of connecting people with her show. Like that is, it's fun to watch her act. Obviously she can do that. That's like what she grew up doing. But it was like, I don't know, she just has a way of connecting with people. Like not everyone has that close, warm heart to be able to like say hi to someone.
I don't know if people feel as we would feel on the couch because she's truly in people's face.
Yeah.
Like very on them. And I think some people are a little like, whoa, this is too much. Or like they don't like touching. But that's how she communicates. She's just like very warm.
I can't wait to go on her show one day where she like touches
I'll be
me all
making
over
out
the
with her.
couch.
We'll just be fully making out. Be like, yeah, for sure. Just catching up. That was the role. The movie was the role that I had to get a spray tan for because I was a trainer for it. And so I'm actually...
They didn't require you to do that though.
No. It was a shredded Pilates instructor, and I was by no means shredded, and I just felt awkward. So I just had them obviously like make me look more muscular than I'm not. So I was just super nervous because the camera always just adds a little, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it adds.
Like you can look at yourself and like suck in and wear something that like a tight body toning kind of contouring outfit, but then can't control what the camera's gonna get.
Even when you have a night where you like are like, God, I feel good about myself tonight.
Yeah.
I feel skinny, and then I'll see photos of me from that night, and I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, they just the
It's the
pictures
worst.
always angles.
Yeah, angles are a big part of it.
Big part of it.
There are times you just see those pictures the day after, and you're
Yeah.
just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
good God!" Diet tomorrow. Diet right now.
Start it off.
Yeah.
Or get pregnant. Honestly, that's
Because then you can just eat whatever you want.
yeah. And
Right.
I feel like it is the summer of pregnancies.
It really, I
This
think
just
Hollywood had a
happened.
pregnancy pact.
This just happened, right? Like
Well, we just got 2 big announcements for 2 big pregnancies. So I feel
3.
3.
There's more. I just saw another one. Alex Daddario from White Lotus
my
just
God.
announced her pregnancy with like a whole photo shoot.
Yeah.
And
She looks fantastic.
she does. She didn't even look pregnant in the first few photos. I was like, what is she announced?
What is
I
this?
was
Her
like,
new
wait, what is-
collaboration with a sleepwear brand?
It honestly looks like how I look after I eat like dinner. You know what I mean? Like it was just like a little bloat, you know?
Yeah, she was a cute
A
little
baggy
bloke.
jean.
Had some spaghetti.
A little bloat, a baggy jean, and I'm like, yeah.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Gypsy.
Gypsy.
And
The
did you see
busiest
the
woman.
announcement she made yesterday? So like there was like a post, and then like rumors were flying, and then did you see her straight to camera announcement? E just posted it, and I just saw it.
Straight to camera post.
where she was like, "There are a lot of rumors flying around, but the rumors are true. I'm 11 weeks pregnant."
Wow. With her ex-boyfriend, now turned
Ken.
boyfriend. Ken. And honestly, how does her ex feel? Her other ex that actually she got married to after jail.
I don't know. Did they get married? I don't think they were married. They were
weren't
just dating.
engaged.
I
Not even engaged?
I
I
don't
thought
know.
he popped the question.
I thought they were just dating. Like they met while she was in prison.
I do feel bad because I really think he loved her. Well, to go from that to that, I would be ruined if somebody just jumped from me and then decided to just get with their ex and then get pregnant.
They only saw each other like while she was in prison, and it's like you can't really date someone until you like live with them, sleep over, spend a lot of time together. Like yeah, everything's all fun and butterflies while you're like chatting, you know, or like seeing them. Like I don't know how much time you get to like be with someone one-on-one when you're like visiting jail. I don't know that yet.
I don't think you're just touching very much.
Well, if you're married, conjugal visits. I think you have to be married though. I don't
Okay.
think you get to fuck somebody in jail unless you're like
Married
government
pre.
official.
Yeah.
You know.
Although I don't know, I always think back to Mary Kay Letourneau. How did that happen? How did she have 2 kids while she was in jail with the same guy? How did that happen?
Was he a guard?
No, he was her
it
student.
it
You
had
know the
a
Mary
He
Kay
was a
Letourneau
child.
story?
Oh my gosh.
He was like 14.
They were married though.
They weren't married till much later.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
How in the
I always thought about that. How did that happen? Like,
What a fucking weird situation.
I know.
That
And then
was.
we got that
Weird.
Oscar movie last year about it. Like, it just,
Yeah.
it was such a throwback.
Yeah, I know. That is a crazy story.
Wait, who else is pregnant?
Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House,
Yes.
which is crazy because she just got out of her very public engagement with Carl on the show.
And
that
is
was
he the father?
He's not the father. That was like the big blowout that happened last season that we just kind of saw a couple months ago. And then fast forward 6 months later, she was in a full blown relationship, got pregnant, and now she's, I think, 5 months pregnant.
Wow.
So this is like within a year, they broke up and then found a new boyfriend, which she's keeping private.
Interesting.
But did you see her Clear Blue? She did Clear Blue
No.
sponsorship. That was her pregnancy announcement.
No,
it was in
a
collaboration
post?
with Clear Blue.
I love it.
I think she
That's
made
funny.
What a
in my
country.
mind, I'm thinking of all the factors. I'm thinking she made the deal was like for $200,000. Pregnancy announcement with a pregnancy test.
I was
Looks
going to
to-
say more
yeah.
money than that, but
You think? What do you think it was?
maybe. I don't know. 200K seems low for like, I don't know.
Big news like that.
Yeah. I
Damn.
don't know.
I thought maybe $250,000, 250. She's a reality star, about 600,000, like great following.
How much does Chris get per aloe post?
Dude, I would love to know how much she's making for
How
that.
much is Kris Jenner making per aloe post? 200K.
$750,000 per post.
Damn, you think they make that much money in bras?
You're right. She is doing it a lot. So
A lot. So maybe it's like 4 a month, 200K, a post, 800,000 a month. Just a little
paycheck.
Yeah, a little taste.
piggy
Yeah.
bank.
Honestly,
a little dinner here and there.
she almost passed it up.
That's crazy. I didn't realize this girl did a partnership for her pregnancy.
pregnancy.
Would you guys
announcement.
do something like that?
Honestly, if I get engaged, absolutely.
Yeah. What would the price be?
It depends where I'm at in my career. 500K. I could never get that kind of money for a post. Are you kidding? I have no followers.
For something very as invasive as like your pregnancy, because that's such a big moment. I think for my wedding, Who do you want to sponsor?
Sponsor
Dresses,
my
rings,
wedding.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll be done with all that. But like for pregnancy, that's such a big, to do it with an actual pregnancy test.
Oh my God.
I would feel a little, I don't know. Well, my price for that would be $250,000, I think. But that's
$250K.
Yeah.
It's so wild. I have a friend who just announced, I have to call her, who announced she was pregnant yesterday too. And I was like, not another one. You know, I'm sitting there going, another one bites the dust. But
Yeah, it does kind of
kids.
feel like people are like really wifed up this summer more than in the last couple summers past.
You feeling that?
Wifed
In my
up.
opinion.
You feeling that in the dating world?
Well, I just feel it in general. I feel like like the last coming out of COVID, there was like so much chaos. It
yeah.
felt like everybody was just like hot girl summer. That's when all that stuff came about.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's more like people are way more coupled off.
wife girl summer.
Yeah, wife girl summer.
Yeah.
Wife
pregnant
girl summer.
Yeah.
I've been a wife for so many years.
Yeah.
I had a couple hot girl summers, but now I'm in my wife
era?
girl.
Wife girl era.
Yeah, I'm like, can we wrap this up soon? I gotta go cook dinner for my boyfriend.
That isn't even you love that.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think, you know what's annoying? I always, I make a lot of food and I love to post what I cook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just like, cause I'm like so proud of my work. You know what
Of
I mean?
course,
It's like
yeah.
art. It's like art. You do a painting, you're like, look at this work I did.
Of course.
So many people are like, recipe please. And I'm like, I improvised it. Like, I guess I
Right.
could think back, like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to just, I want to just not be so precious with my stuff and just start posting videos of my cooking. I used to do it.
I'm here for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I used to do it I was like too much of a perfectionist with it.
Right.
So it's like now I'm like, I just want to cook and like enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But I do miss like, I wish I could be like, just go watch the video or like
Totally.
check it out on my highlights or whatever, like.
Yes.
Anyway, just thought I'd get that out. If I say it, maybe I'll do it. I'm in a rut
Absolutely.
lately with the food content. I have so many soup videos I haven't like ever edited or put out.
I know we talk about this all the time. Sometimes I worry that my audience won't understand the mixture of content. Don't
I
even
think
worry
it's
about
okay.
it. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
think it's
I'm
fine.
over it now.
I think the
post it.
real fans, the true ones, all of you who've been there from day one know that this is a big part of my life. And if you follow
Totally.
my stories, you obviously know I care about food like as much as my, my dogs,
Totally. And I think people would get it.
Yeah.
So that's I'm no longer gatekeeping. That's it.
Yeah.
Pact made.
It's not even like they think I gatekeep. They're like recipe. And I'm like, oh, and they're like, only if you want. I'm like, no, it's not a secret. It's
Right.
It's just about the fact that like I don't remember, like there are a lot of steps I did and like
Yeah.
I don't want you to
Right.
like some people. I think here's the thing, like Jared, and I don't know how you guys are, some people need to follow a recipe when they cook. They love it, and
Of course.
I think that's great because there are amazing cookbooks, amazing recipes out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, if I want to make something, I'll look at the recipe, I'll do a glance, and then I'll need it for like certain like temperatures and times, but I'll like improvise the rest.
Yeah.
Cooking is like jazz.
It's like jazz.
You can't. I mean, I hate recipes.
Do
I
you?
Yeah.
Jared loves. That's why he likes to
Ugh.
bake because it's very like
Yeah.
mathematical.
Yes.
And you need to have like this much and this much. And
Yeah,
like,
because if you fuck up,
I don't
you
like
really
to bake
fuck-
because
yeah.
I'm like, then you'll fuck up. If I try to bake, I'll probably fuck it up.
Well, did your mom cook growing up?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, like in my case, my house, I would just watch what my mom did.
Totally.
So I don't know that there are recipes. Like it's just kind of my mom knows what she makes and like knows how to do it. But like and my sister's like this too. I think we just picked up whatever my mom would like cook, Italian food especially specifically. We just kind
Yeah.
of like
You're eyeballing it.
yeah. You're just it's like a pinch of this, a little bit of that. you
My
know?
mom's not that.
No, she's a recipe person.
Yeah, she likes
Yeah.
recipes, but I didn't learn from her. Like I don't cook anything she ever made. It was because I worked for these big chefs. I was friends
Sure.
with these chefs.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel like I spent a lot of time in those kitchens because I was interested in the food and I like cared to see
Right.
like how they made everything. So I
Yeah.
think like working in restaurants was what inspired me more than like my mom. No offense, mom.
Oh, you mean mom's cooking you can't replace?
Yeah.
But I definitely think my
She makes
mom
a couple
was
good salads that I do make. She makes.
Something.
There's a couple things. I'd say a couple of hits. Although we've all switched to Ina Garden's brisket from my grandma's recipe. So sorry.
Okay, I feel like a lot of people would choose Ina over their grandmother. Well, unless you're Italian.
Yeah, but you know how like families are like
Spanish.
so proud of like their grandmother's
Of course.
recipe.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, I made Ina Garden's brisket. I was like, "Yo, toss that shit out.
Yeah.
This is the shit.
This was
converted.
it. This
Yeah.
is. I haven't had brisket this good." Do you like to cook with a recipe or no?
I was just trying to think about like my own experience. It takes me a while to like recall things. That's why I just sit here and I'm like trying to think back. My mom is whatever is in the fridge, she's able to turn into something.
Yeah,
Right.
I love that.
She's one of those. What do we got? And
I
then
love
I'll
that
tell
until
you.
I don't. You know what I mean? Until you're
Until
like,
you're
what a
literally
bad
left-
dinner.
You have nothing in your fridge. You get like 2 figs,
Yeah.
some fennel. Like, what the hell are we gonna do here? But I think that was kind of what she did. Yeah, she would eyeball a lot of it.
But what about you? What do you prefer to do?
I'm a mix. I don't think I'm good enough to just. I know how to make my set things, and then when I don't know, I've got to rely on some type of recipe book
Okay.
to get inspired. And then, of course, I like things spicy. I like things a little zesty, a little citrusy. So I always add that in.
Yeah.
That's just mainstay.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
favorite thing to cook? Like a delicious like shrimp scampi lemon wine pasta. It's probably my favorite, or a Tuscan kale salad because it's so good with breadcrumbs.
Yum.
I think.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
What I usually cook for women when I'm trying to impress them.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
please.
That was not the question I asked.
That is usually
Mine's
my
romantic.
favorite
What else
thing
does he
to
cook?
I know. Shout out to Blair, who's listening to this podcast, who DM'd me about Mike's porn habits from last week's
They're not
episode.
habits.
Wait, you have to read this message.
I will. I just read it to him.
Okay, put a pin in it.
If I'm trying to impress a woman, I will cook spaghetti carbonara.
Nice.
That's usually
Pretty fancy.
yeah my go-to. Couple glasses of wine. You know, I usually do like a little caprese salad so you could nosh while I'm cooking. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's carbonara is hard because you got to make sure the eggs don't
'cause
get.
you could scramble the egg.
You
Yeah,
can't
you gotta,
scramble
like,
the egg.
What is it
Yep.
called? Temper them.
Yep, exactly. And I made that mistake many times in my 20s when I thought that I was the shit.
Of
And
course.
I'd have a girl over.
And then she tries it. She's like, "Why is there scrambled eggs
It's
in my pasta?"
it's basically spaghetti and scrambled eggs.
Oh, no.
You mess it up.
It's funny. I didn't used to like carbonara until I went to Italy, and then I was like, "Oh, I love it here."
Oh, she's back. The girl that just got back from Italy.
She's
The girl
back. I
that
reposted
just came-
the
Oh!
girl who just got back from Italy. Yeah, I used to hate carbonara, and now I just like love it. That's not in my video. I just thought of that, and I was like, "Wow, I hate myself for saying that," but it's true.
But it is true if you've experienced it.
It's true.
If you've had the pleasure of eating in Italy.
Well, you all know I like to chop everything up and make a fucking soup. That's
Yeah.
my favorite thing
Yeah.
to make.
Oh yeah, it's
Favorite.
absolutely the soup. But there's a bajillion soups out there,
Yeah.
so that's tough.
Oh, like which is my favorite soup?
Yeah, which we mentioned on the show, but I feel as though you should mention it again.
I think I like, to be honest, I think I get very proud of myself when I make my chili because it's a slower process and you have to build the flavors. So it's kind of like, there are other soups that you can make and they'll taste better the next day.
Yes.
But chili is like, you gotta work it. I don't know. And chili is a soup in my book. Sorry.
I agree. Yeah, totally.
Sorry.
I'm there. You're not offending
To the
anybody here.
haters. The haters.
Let's get to the DMs. I'm very interested to know what our listener Blair has to say about.
Blair and I went to high school together. She's my oldest friend. She said, okay, I don't know if I should read this. Hearing about Mike's porn tabs, I could do a mitzvah for you and handle that, LOL.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what that means.
I don't know what that means either. And then she said, we should have asked Mike to read the titles of his porn
I was
tabs.
actually leading towards that. I was like, okay, but how many? I want to know your type of. Is it
Porno?
I feel like it's
What if it's
stepmom
like-
with stepson.
What if it's like anime, like dick?
No,
like,
it's not
I don't know,
that.
like something really off.
Rest
that we're
assured.
like, whoa, Mike.
Furries?
No, you can
Yeah,
rest
like
easy.
Times Square Spider-Man fucks the cowgirl.
No, I mean it is a lot of it kind of, I guess it does tend to be a lot of like stepmom stuff. But that's
Classic.
because basically if you're a woman over like 28, you're a MILF.
Yeah, right.
So
That
it's-
is.
if you want to watch a woman like that, I'm 35. I don't want to see like a 20-year-old, So that tends to
Yeah,
be.
he wants to see. He's looking for a MILF, everyone.
I'm looking for an appropriately aged woman.
I'm looking for a guy in finance.
Yeah.
What's the female version? I'm looking for a MILF with big jugs.
that one
Probably.
works. Yeah.
Probably.
Trust fund.
She ain't got no trust fund.
Widow.
She's got maybe a widow, no husband. No debt.
No
baggage,
children.
No
debt.
actual kids.
Right. She could have stepkids.
So funny.
They're stealing. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Blair.
Absolutely.
What else did we want to talk about? Anything else on the docket for this gorgeous day?
I don't know about gorgeous.
It's so fucking hot in New York City.
Oh my god.
It's insane. I need to get, my friend just posted she's at the Equinox pool, and I was like,
What pool?
do you have guest passes? Because it's the one near
What
the
Equinox?
Beehive.
I meant
the Hive.
I don't know where
Hudson.
West.
Hudson Yards?
Yeah, Hudson Yards.
Yeah.
She said the Beehive. I was like,
The Hive, because it overlooks the Hive, the big.
That big ugly thing over
oh, the
in
structure
Hudson
in
Yards.
Hudson
Yeah.
Yards.
Yes,
Got
yes.
it.
You can like clearly see the Hive from there, and I don't know if they do guest passes.
They have
but
a pool?
They have a stunning
Outdoor?
pool.
Really?
Yeah, outdoor. And I looked up the prices just to like price it out for a monthly cost. Absurd, simply absurd.
You want to give me a number?
Ballpark, I think it goes anywhere from $250 to $380.
Just for the pool?
No, I think that's to be a member of Equinox.
Yeah.
But in New York,
Oh, yeah.
but then it goes from like $250 maybe if it's just that one location, and then maybe up to $380 for
Like all locations.
all the locations. Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna use the pool, it's not terrible. If you're gonna go
yeah.
for the month.
I also heard that with all the toxins we're taking in every single day, the only healthy way to detox is with a sauna.
Oh,
And I'll tell you right now, my gym, it ain't got a sauna. It barely has 2 stalls. They
You
are
want to know something funny? I don't even like going in pools.
in public pools.
I don't go in like any pools.
If it's somebody, the Hamptons, did you go in the pool?
No.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I don't swim. It's like a known fact. Like my whole family is like, they like gasp if I like touch the water. Even I've been to like the Virgin Islands for like 10 days and I went into the ocean like once because I was like,
So you don't like how it feels?
I don't like my body in water really.
I agree with
That's
you.
crazy.
I hate going in the
I
pool.
could drip
What?
sweat.
What do you
Maybe
guys,
I'll go and like
cats?
Yeah,
quick
I
like
don't like it.
I'll quick like cool off, but I won't like stay in and swim.
I like swimming for exercise. I hate going to the pool to hang out though. I think it's
See,
weird
I
to
prefer
me.
hanging out by a pool than a beach because it's like
Yeah.
sand versus like, you know,
Yeah, right.
whatever. But I'm not a swimmer. And I was as a kid, although I hated the lake at camp, but I like couldn't. I just don't like getting wet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I get
I can't relate. Love a beach, love a pool, love being in a lake, love the water.
My friend last week, he was like, we should meet on Friday at this beach in the Hamptons and we should all like go for like an ocean swim in the morning. And I was like,
Okay, now you're taking it too
I
far.
go, I love you, but I would never do that. I was like, I'll meet you at the bagel place after or something.
People that swim in the ocean, I go, where are you going? When do you stop swimming though?
I agree.
Do you just like decide to get out and then you just like walk home? Like,
think
are you
so.
going this the length of whatever from like this length to this length?
My mom is a lap, like she does laps in pools, so I
love
think
a
she
lap,
could
yeah.
in the ocean like calculate like how many
Laps
how
that would
long
be?
it would be. Yeah,
If you have,
to
like,
do,
a
a
watch,
lap or
you tell-
something.
tell
I
the
don't know.
distance.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time I went in an ocean.
in the ocean.
I will
it
not past like knees. Knees are fine. Past that, forget it.
Yeah, we'd hang out. I like to lay out until I'm like, I think I need some air conditioning.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's when you get into the water, you
I know.
psychos.
No, I would do it once in a blue
But
moon.
Dre, how far into the ocean do you go when you're at the beach? Are
Enough
you
so you can, like-
like bouncing a ball and swimming like?
Like, can you dive in?
You go into the when you like jump the waves and then I'll like surf the waves and
Nah, you're out of your mind.
you're like jump in the waves. That's so fun.
As an adult, you're willing to risk that?
For what? A shark? This is the Atlantic Ocean, Ocean City.
I don't know, man. I have been thrown under like a rip curl and all that stuff. It's fucking scary. When
Oh,
you
then
get-
that's scary.
When you get like, and I wasn't even really that deep, but when you get like foisted underwater by a wave, like by Mother Earth, it's fucking terrifying. You
I mean,
know?
I just like to swim under the wave, or sometimes they're humongous and I get a little scared. I
Yeah.
just try to like swim under as fast as possible.
Wow.
But it's not like the waves are not 10 feet. They're maybe 5 feet. You're just like looking at it and you just swim under.
I just
There's
remember
also lifeguards, guys.
I attempted to water ski again when I went to my camp reunion. I guess that was like not this past, like 2 summers ago or a summer ago. So I did go in the lake just for that, and
That's fun.
That was honestly the worst experience of my entire. There are photos of
lake,
me
ugh.
that you could like blackmail me. Like my face looks so miserable, just being in that water, and I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here." I always tried to do it. I always tried to like be one of the girls who like could water ski and go in, and I could water ski, but I was just
Of
like,
course.
I hated that water. So
I will say, I think water skiing, if I'm not, is harder than riding the wave. Like if you're on a surfboard and you try to like ride the wave with the wakeboarding, I think that's easier than water skiing.
wakeboarding's pretty easy. I used to
Yeah.
wakeboard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
I think-
that one's actually you can enjoy yourself. I think the water skiing is a little bit
No,
tougher.
not. I enjoy the water ski, the wakeboard part because you're not in the water. I don't like the part before.
Oh, yeah,
that's
when
where
you're
you
just, like,
see my
wading in the
face and
water.
I'm literally like crying and I'm like, why did I jump in?
Well, because
I
yeah,
don't
at some
wanna-
point you have to be in the water when
Yeah.
you're water skiing.
Yeah, you can't just like. I guess some people. I don't even know. You have to like get in to like get pulled
Yeah.
up.
Right.
But I was like so angry. There are certain things I just don't jive with
Yeah.
in this world. Do you have any of those?
I'm sure I do. Not too much bothers me. Mean people.
Okay.
And you're hanging out with us. No. Here she is.
No, I don't really think. I'm
You
sh-
do, or you seem more like a go with the flow.
For sure.
I'm
I'll
fine.
always try something one time, like and to see if I like it. Like I'll never, but I haven't like experienced
Well,
something
don't
where I was
worry.
like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. No.
I've gone in to the water, and
Thank
I
God.
can now say like you like fake it for many years. I can now say like
Yeah.
I'm fine hanging out by a pool all day
course.
and never touching the water.
Yeah.
How about we put you guys on a dope ass pool float? We hand you
a float? No,
a
no,
spritz.
that's too much.
Yeah, I don't.
You're
wanna,
not touching the water.
We
and
don't
you
want-
are.
we
You gotta
don't-
get in.
yeah,
Your,
we d-
your
we don't-
crotch gets
yeah.
wet.
We don't want to. We don't want to be. We want to be near the water. We don't want
Yeah.
to be in the water at any point.
I'll put a foot in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did your parents take you to the pool when you were little?
Yeah, I was. I mean, but I was a poor kid. We went to like the pool was the Elks and the YMCA. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not saying you need some fancy Equinox.
But the
I went to
Elks
public
had
pools.
like Band-Aids floating in it, and like
Right,
it's just
you know.
disgusting.
I
you
know.
I was always in there, and I like the worst is when you go underwater and you get like a mouthful by accident, and you're just like, God, what did I just put in my mouth? This
Yeah.
horrible chlorine, bug-filled, Band-Aid filled.
That's childhood. You know,
Ugh.
it's being a kid.
Yeah, that was enough for me. I think I'm with Anna. I'd rather not be in the water.
Yeah,
I
you guys belong in New York
found my
City.
Soulmate. I
did.
found my soulmate. Jared loves the
Jared,
water.
Does Jared love the water? Here we go.
Jared's got floaties on.
He's so excited to be there.
Loves the pool. Loves the ocean. Loves the pool.
Love that.
Me and
Really?
Anna are next to the pool eating spaghetti.
Absolutely.
Putting on makeup.
Yeah.
You know, enjoying ourselves.
I mean, hey, we all have our different likes and dislikes. You guys, we need people by the pool to get us the beverages.
Yeah, duh. I'll grab you a drink.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that too.
This thing, I think I found the worst thing for you guys, playing beer pong in the pool.
I would never.
I would not.
Yeah, never.
I
No
would not
chance.
participate.
I simply would
You guys go
not
ahead.
participate.
That looks dumb to me.
It is a pretty dumb activity.
My friends had these like electric things, like they almost look like handlebars to like a motorcycle or whatever, but in the pool that you like that like
Oh,
they,
it,
like,
it brings you around?
they like take you around. They almost and those looked really cool and fun, like from a distance. I don't think I'd do it, but I was like, whoa, those are really fun to
thought
watch.
of it,
Like
yeah.
you're like a fish, but like with a motor. It was like
That
and
actually
like,
sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but they were cool.
A hoverboard on the water
No, not on
for your hands.
Like you go under, you go all the way in. Like
Oh,
you
it brings you underwater?
You can just you can direct it where you want to go.
Let's get sponsored by that. I need that.
For your Equinox
Find out
pool
what it is
membership.
first.
Yeah, your Equinox pool.
Absolutely.
Well, this was a fun episode.
You know what? I think we came full circle. I think are we in a better
came
mood?
Back around. I'm in a better mood.
Absolutely.
It's time to cook.
Oh, it's time to cook dins.
Yeah.
And make sure to catch in 2025 our movie.
Oh yeah. In 2025
Miracle.
sounds like a fake year. I'm not gonna lie. That
I
sounds like a
always
fake
say
Yeah, it
that.
kinda does.
That's what
Yeah.
that was the number in movies that it was so in the future.
Yeah.
They were like, it's year 2025 and everybody
Is wearing
Not
space
even.
in a
I
hover
feel like
car.
didn't they would like be like the planet is blowing up in
Yes.
2012. Look, here we are.
You're right. And we're now at 2025.
Oh my god.
I don't even want to think about that.
2025. It's crazy.
Well, I'll be there. I'll be in the theater.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Regardless, it might be on a streaming, so I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to watch out for that.
Either way, I'm in.
I also want to plug August 15th. I'm doing Joe's Pub. Blair's coming, so Mike, you better be coming too.
I'll be there.
All right, great. That's the time I'm gonna set up Mike with my friend Blair. I hope she listens to this episode. She's gonna be like, "Wait, you really shouted me out."
Blair's awesome. I met
We
her
love
last night. I'm a huge fan.
I love her. She's the funniest.
So gorgeous, pretty, fun. She wanted to have a good time.
Great.
I'm pumping her up.
There we go.
That's how it sounds. Yeah.
You see?
In the meantime, go and check out our YouTube if you're listening to this. If you're on YouTube, just go subscribe to the audio. We really need to like build that. You know what I mean? Like we're
building a big wig community.
We're trying to build this big wig community.
And also, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. You guys are all in the digital space at this point. You understand that engagement helps drive things to the top, and we're going right to the top. But right?
Yeah.
We're going to the top, not the bottom of the pool, to the top.
That's right.
We got to get out of here. I think we're all delusional. See you guys next week. Be a big wig.